Hello everyone and welcome to Suburban Stone Age. Today's video is about our top 5 garden losers. And by loser, I mean that after 10 years, I've decided that these particular plants either aren't worth it, or too aggressive, or just, I don't like them. So let's get started and I'll show you what's what. First on my list is Goji Berry. So for a while there in permaculture and edible landscaping, Goji Berry enjoyed a lot of popularity as a hardy plant with edible berries. The problem that I have found with this plant, which does incredibly well in our climate, is that it does incredibly well in our climate. So it got established and then it's covered in these nasty thorns. Once it grows out a little bit, you can see little ones here, but they get big. I've cut a lot of this plant out and dug it out. But they've got these thorns, and then the berries, I never actually got the chance to eat any of them because by the time I did, got to them, the birds had basically gotten them all. So it's just not worth it for this plant. It's spiny, it gets in my way, it jumps everywhere. There's a cluster there, and it's jumped all the way over there, and it jumps into trees. So that's loser number 1, is the Goji Berry, and I'm going to dig it out this winter and be done with it. Loser number 2 is Comfrey. Now, Comfrey actually is a really great medicinal plant. And I love having it. Let's look at that one. There. I love having it on the property, but in the beginning, it was really popular, again, in permaculture, and I got very excited about it, and I planted way too many. So I had to dig a lot of them up. So although Comfrey is a great nutrient recycler and it puts down deep roots, for medicinal purposes, I need like a plant for my whole family for a whole year. So what happened is they also get big. So I planted them too close to walkways and paths where they began to crowd it out. And then also, if you don't keep them trimmed all the time, the leaves will grow, they'll die back under the plant. The crown will stay alive, but they'll leave this just dense mat that chokes everything else out of dead leaves, and it's not pretty, it doesn't help, and it was too much of a good thing. So although I love the concept of Comfrey, I don't love Comfrey so much that I'm gonna have a billion plants of it. Loser number 3 is California native bunchgrass. This is a variety of drought-tolerant native grass that back in the height of the drought, like 2014 through 2017, we were under severe water restrictions. And this native bunchgrass was marketed as a sod replacement that didn't need water very much once established. I went ahead and ripped out my traditional sod and took the financial risk of planting this native bunchgrass, thinking, hey, we'll pioneer and give it a try. Unfortunately, it was a total failure. I hate to say it because I really had high hopes, but all that's really left of this grass are these tufts that grow around the perimeter and only where there's plenty of water. And it just seems to me like it was never really quite there for a commercial sod replacement. It was marketed that way, it didn't really work out that way. It was expensive, and it just didn't work. So, I still have it around. So little patches of it survived, and I'll keep it as long as it can survive. And, animals, the chickens love it and stuff like that. So they'll graze on it. So it has value. It's just not what it was sold to be, and it was kind of a waste of money. So there you have it. Loser number 3. Loser number 4 is oregano. I have an oregano problem in my front yard. I planted one plant, and this stuff got weedy and invasive and out of control, and I want it gone. I just don't want it anymore, but it's been too successful. So, although, oregano is great, I really only cook with it maybe a couple times a year. I don't need a yard full of it, and it tolerates our climate well, but I just don't need that much, and it chokes out other things. The bees do like the flowers, and that's great, but it just makes these runners that go everywhere. So, yeah, it's gonna get removed here this spring. Loser number 5 is lavender. Oh, I don't want to have to say this. I wanted to love lavender so much, but I don't. And the reason I don't is because it doesn't live that long. It gets woody, it gets leggy. The bees love the flowers. The scent is, people love it and it's popular, but I mean, it's okay. I don't like it as much as its popularity would suggest, but it's not bad. But it just dies out so quick that the amount of effort it takes to remove those woody branches isn't worth it. And so I'm not going back. I had lavender a lot in the beginning as a forage for bees, and over the years it just turned out to be a pain and didn't provide enough benefit to make it worth the effort. So I'm sad to say, lavender is out. All right, so there you have it. Those are the top 5 losers of my garden that in the last 10 years I've learned I won't be doing anymore. I'll be getting rid of as much as I can this spring and not replanting. If you have any losers in your garden, in your climate, please leave a comment and let me know what they are. Give us a thumbs up if you liked the video or you learned anything new. And be sure to subscribe if you'd like to learn more about our food forest and permaculture garden here at Suburban Stone Age. Thanks, bye.